So the National Defense Authorization Act was signed into law last month, and here's some things you should know. The first thing everybody cares about is the money. Every service member got a 3.8% pay raise, and we got an additional 4.2% for your basic allowance for housing. The next thing that happened is Congress resized the military. The Army will grow by 11,700 soldiers. Navy will grow by 12,300 sailors. The Air Force will add 1,500 airmen, and the Space Force will add 600 more Guardians. This beefs up the Army's numbers to 454,000 soldiers, the Navy to 344,600 sailors, the Air Force to 321,500, and the Space Force to 10,400. I guess who's the few and the proud now? Best of luck to you recruiters. The National Defense Authorization Act also rebuilds how weapons and other things are procured. It replaced the program executive officers with something called portfolio acquisition executives. What does that mean? It means there's fewer layers, more authority, faster decisions, all while making it easier to end bad programs. In other words, this affects every jet, ship, missile, weapon system, vehicle, or piece of equipment that you utilize to do your job for the next 20 years. The NDAA also authorizes the Golden Dome, which is basically a national missile shield. This changes U.S. law to require a next-generation missile defense system, not just against ballistic missiles, but against hypersonics, cruise missiles, and other advanced threats. Homeland defense just became a permanent mission and not a side project. Factories are now a part of the battlefield. In this act, Congress has mandated minimum production levels for munitions, forcing supply chain expansion and contractor capacity growth. Wars are won by factories before they're won by the infantry because no ammo means no victory. And finally, cyber and spectrum are now protected like weapons. This act mandated a full cyber force structure. It generates career paths, workforce tracking, and long-term planning. So there you have it. There's your National Defense Authorization Act breakdown. If you'd like, you can go read the 3,100 pages for yourself on the Congress's website where they hang it.